This week, Sophie and I found ourselves taking in the chill with icy steps as we were back again at Mineral Wells State Park. Having previously experienced the Cross Timber Black Trail, Sophie and I were excited to explore farther into the backcountry with the Cross Timbers Orange, Maroon, and Yellow Trails. With that, let's hit the trail. Our first target was the Cross Timbers Orange Trail. However, to reach that, you must first travel the Cross Timbers Black and Green Trails. For a review of the Cross Timbers Black Trail, be sure to check out Part 2 with the link in the description. And here we are on the Cross Timbers Orange Trail. This trail remains relatively wide and easy to traverse. The one water crossing you encounter features a nice bridge that keeps you perfectly dry. Sophie found this trail so comfortable that she was willing to lead most of the way. No, Sophie, let's get back on the trail. As the Cross Timbers Orange Trail comes to a close, we stumble upon this lonely road. We will visit this interesting and historical road again upon the Cross Timbers Yellow Trail and save its secrets for that point. The first thing you notice about the Cross Timbers Maroon Trail is that it becomes more narrow and rugged. Add in elevation gains as you head up toward the high ridge that overlooks the valley, and this becomes the type of trail Sophie and I live for. As we reached the upper portion of the ridge, Sophie and I found a great place for a little break. Let's get back to the trail, Sophie. As you might expect, the top of the ridge flattens out a bit. Soon enough, you find yourself descending from the ridge. This part of the descent is certainly the most difficult portion. You ready, Sophie? Let's do it. It may not look like much here, but this is steep. Of course, Sophie's four-wheel drive system made it easy for her. At this point of the trail, we are back in the valley. With flat and wide trails all the way to the Cross Timbers Yellow, Sophie is willing to take the lead again. The Cross Timbers Yellow Trail. Up to this point, we had only seen a little of the oak timbers that these trails were named for. This trail, however, would feature much more of its namesake. Okay, through the camera lens, climbing this old stump doesn't look like much of a challenge, but Sophie and I had a blast, so try not to make fun of us too much. Now we find ourselves back at the old abandoned road. This road crosses paths with the Cross Timbers Orange, Yellow, and Purple trails, but only the Cross Timbers Yellow adopts it as part of the trail experience. For those history buffs, especially if you enjoy military history, this is the old road that provided access to Fort Walters. Fort Walters was an army camp that during World War II served as the largest infantry replacement training center in the United States. One of the most decorated American combat soldiers of World War II, Audie Murphy, completed his basic training at this base. He would go on to receive the Medal of Honor at only 19 years of age for single-handedly halting a company of Germans and then rallying to lead a counterattack, despite being wounded and out of ammunition. From here, we pick up the Cross Timbers Yellow with some more hiking trails of dust and dirt. That would leave one final break as we finished up the Cross Timbers Yellow Trail and headed out onto the Green and Black to take us back. If you haven't yet, check out parts 1 and 2 of our Mineral Wells State Parks trail review. If you have, visit our channel for plenty more hiking videos. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. You wouldn't want to let Sophie down, would you?